Hi guys, my name is Dr. Lee Sung. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Getting hit in the balls, it's one of those experiences that instantly drops a man to his knees. It's sharp, overwhelming, and for most people, completely unbearable. But here's the twist. There are men out there who don't just tolerate that sensation, they actually enjoy it. Sounds strange, maybe even impossible at first, but once you understand how the body and brain work together, it starts to make a lot more sense. I'm Dr. Veena Malik, a board-certified urologist and pelvic surgeon, and this is a topic people are curious about but rarely talk about openly. So today, we're breaking it down, not with judgment, but with science, clarity, and safety. Because whether you're just curious or actually considering exploring it, you need to understand what's really happening inside your body. Now, to understand why this sensation feels so intense, you first need to understand the testicles themselves. They're not like other body parts. During early development, they actually start inside your abdomen, near your kidneys. And as your body develops, they descend down into the scrotum. But here's the key detail. Their nerve connections don't change. So when there's an impact, you don't just feel it locally, you feel it deep inside your abdomen. That's why it can cause that sick, nauseating feeling, sometimes even cramping or dizziness. And then there's the protection, or lack of it. There's no muscle, no bone, just a thin layer of skin. That's intentional. Testicles need to stay cooler than the rest of your body to produce healthy sperm. But that also makes them extremely vulnerable and extremely sensitive. Evolution designed it that way, so you protect them without thinking twice. Now here's where it gets interesting. If something is designed to be that painful, how does it ever become pleasurable? The answer is your brain. Pain and pleasure are not completely separate systems. They actually overlap. Both can activate similar areas in the brain, and both can trigger dopamine, the same chemical linked to reward and satisfaction. So under certain conditions, your brain can actually reinterpret pain as pleasure. Expectation plays a huge role here. If you choose an experience, if you expect it to feel good, your brain prepares itself in advance. It literally changes how the sensation is processed. That's why context matters so much. A random hit during a football game feels completely different from a controlled, expected sensation in an intimate setting. Then there's biology. Some people naturally have higher pain thresholds. Some nervous systems crave stronger stimulation. You see it everywhere. Some people love roller coasters. Others can't even stand the idea of them. Same principle. For some individuals, intense sensations don't shut arousal down, they actually amplify it. And then comes the chemistry. Your body releases endorphins, which reduce pain and create a sense of euphoria. It releases endocannabinoids, which regulate mood and reward, and even oxytocin, which builds trust and emotional connection. So now, you've got pain mixed with pleasure, mixed with bonding. That combination can feel incredibly intense. There's also a psychological layer. For some, it's about trust, allowing someone else control over a vulnerable part of your body. For others, it's about the dynamic control, surrender, intensity. The mind plays just as big a role as the body. Now, in real life, this exists on a spectrum. At the mild end, it might just be light touch, gentle pressure, maybe temperature play, low risk, controlled, exploratory. As you move up, there's firmer pressure, more deliberate impact, still controlled, still intentional. And then there's the extreme end. And this is where things can go wrong fast, because your body has limits, and ignoring those limits has consequences. Under normal conditions, you might feel temporary discomfort, a dull ache, maybe slight redness, but it fades. Your body returns to normal. When something is wrong, it feels different. Sharp pain, that doesn't go away. Swelling that keeps increasing. Pain that actually gets worse over time. And this is critical to understand. There are situations that are medical emergencies. A rupture where the outer layer tears, causing severe pain and swelling. A hematocelia, where blood collects around the testicle, leading to discoloration. And torsion, where the testicle twists, cutting off its own blood supply. That one is especially serious, because within hours, permanent damage can happen. So if there's severe pain, unusual swelling, dark discoloration, nausea, vomiting, or anything that looks or feels abnormal, don't wait. Get medical help immediately. And here's something many people ignore. Repeated trauma over time can affect sperm production And testosterone levels? Even if everything feels fine in the moment, long-term damage is real. So if having children matters to you, now or in the future, this is something you cannot ignore. Now, if someone chooses to explore this, safety is everything. Clear consent, clear boundaries, clear communication. Before anything starts, a safe word or signal is non-negotiable. Start slow, build gradually, never jump into intensity, and communicate constantly, not just at the beginning, but throughout the entire experience. If there's any kind of pressure or device involved, it cannot stay on too long. Blood flow is essential. Cutting it off, even unintentionally, can cause serious damage. Take breaks, check regularly, pay attention. Afterward, look at your body. Everything should appear normal, symmetrical, no unusual swelling, no lasting pain. And one of the biggest mistakes, never mix this with alcohol or drugs. They dull your senses and impair judgment. That's how limits get crossed without realizing it. And if something feels off, don't hesitate. Doctors are not there to judge you. They're there to help you. The sooner you act, the better your outcome. At the end of the day, this is about understanding your body, respecting its limits, and making informed choices. Because intensity without awareness is just risk. But intensity with knowledge becomes control. So take care of your body, protect your health, and never ignore what your body is trying to tell you. And if you found this helpful, make sure you subscribe because we talk about the things most people avoid, but everyone needs to understand. Drop a comment below, let me know your thoughts or questions, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Because the more informed you are, the safer you are. Take care of yourself because you only get one body and it deserves to be protected.